was saying, oh, and she said this, 3 things, 3 different times. She said something. She said that Brown Eyes mentioned, when somebody in the chat mentioned Uber, you can do Uber rides. She said that Brown Eyes said, oh, I didn't even think of that. And she was like, she was lying because we mentioned it to her. She didn't say that. That's not how that went at all. I was there and I told her that. And she said, oh, well, that's what I was told. Well, who told you that? Did Libs tell you that? Did anybody else who told you that? Because that's a lie. Secondly, she said that nobody sent her resources. That's not what she said. She didn't say that. She said people did send her resources. In fact, I have all of the people that sent her resources because I asked her, did anybody send you resources? Did anybody send you anything? And she said, here. And she sent it to me. And I'd probably be better to look in my messages. I got a lot of stuff in here. And then what was the last thing? The resources. Oh, what was the last thing? Oh, that she was talking shit about her. She wasn't. She didn't say one bad thing about that woman in that live at all. She explained something, but it wasn't talking shit. She was explaining what happened, what that lady had told her, and that was it. So I don't know if people are going back to her and telling her shit that's not, I don't know, to stir the pot, or who was telling you that, because it wasn't true. And I did tell her that Swifty has that live up. I guarantee it. Go watch it. Please go watch it, because that's not what happened at all. She wasn't trashing you. Listen to me, to this day, when I speak to Brown Eyes, she still doesn't trash any of those women at all. She doesn't say anything about them like that. Not in the fucking way that they talked about her. Not in the fucking way they talked about me at all. She was heartbroken because she trusted those ladies. And instead of them going to her, they just blindsided her in the morning time. I don't understand this, like, having somebody come over to your live and then being like, psych, we don't want you here. I'm sorry, but that's childish to me. I'm not gonna, if I don't want you here, I'll just tell you I won't invite you. Now, I allow everybody here, whether all of you like them or not. If they're respectful to me and can be respectful in my chat, they're allowed here. Y'all know when I see you dogpiling on people, I tell y'all, no, not over here. I'm just not that type of person. They can stay, they can watch, whatever. I respect everybody until they disrespect me. Bottom line. Thank you. Thank you, Carla. So, in this conversation, this lady tells me that the main thing after those other things that were not lies at all, nothing she can provide me, prove to me. So then she tells me that she has her background, that there was something super horrible in it, and that and to be honest with you, the reason why she wanted to speak to me is because she was looking out. She did not want, and again, I don't know why everybody thought that I was going to get on a live and bash Lips and be, this wasn't about choosing sides. This was about getting to the truth. Bottom line, the only side I have is the truth. That's it. It doesn't matter if you're my friend or not. I made it very clear to Brown Eyes, and you can ask her, if you lied about something and I find out, I am going to address it and you will take accountability for it. That's how I treat my friends. If I find that out, I'm going to go to them. That's, I don't know. So anyway, we end up talking, and she said she just wanted me to know because she wanted me to have all the information, and I appreciate that. So after I had got off the phone with her, she was telling me about the one main charge, a child AB charge and a elderly AB charge. And I said, okay, no, I didn't know that. We didn't talk about it. I do know Brown Eyes' record. I do. So I asked her, and I said, can you please send it to me? Now, I've had this for a while. I didn't think I was going to need to come on here and do this. I didn't. Now, I did know that Lips was on the back end sending it to people. So I provided it to a couple people who I trusted. and just wanted them to have it. Here you go, just so you know, just kind of as a backup, so you guys know what's going on. So I asked her, I said, how did you vet this? And she said that it linked to her Facebook. Now, because I don't run people's backgrounds, I kind of took it at face value. Okay, cool, right? But then after I got off the phone, I'm like, do they link to your Facebooks? Do they link to any of your? Now I know when you do run a background check, because I had to do it, it goes through like your Facebook, your Instagram, like everything, trying to find and pinpoint the one person, right? But I was like, is that, listen, this is a true story. My dad, he has the same name and same birthday as another guy. Exactly the same. They are the same age, same birthday, same name, except my dad does not have a middle name. That's the only difference. And they actually arrested that other guy thinking it was my dad. This was years and years ago, right? It was a whole thing. And so you have to be careful with those. And that was the police. You have to be careful with those type of things. So she sends me the, let me go back to this. She sends me the record. Oops. Same thing that she showed, right? Oh, of course. I'm going to have to probably turn this off. I want you to pay attention to this, okay? Let me see. Okay. What does that say up there? If you can see it. It is, where is it at? I can't even see it. So I don't know how I'm expecting you to see it. Let me blow it up. Christina Raquel Martin, right? Weird. You would think that the first time I ever talked to Brown Eyes, she'd be like, hey, my middle name is your first name. That's like a conversation starter, right? So when I seen that, I was like, wait a second. I don't think that that's her middle name. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she told me her middle name. She did. I didn't forget. Wasn't this though? Sure wasn't. So I vetted this. Yeah. I blocked out everything, even numbers and everything, but I just need you to see. This is her real name, if you can see it. Come on. It's Christina Rose Martin. One, the middle name's not the same. Two, you have to check the birth dates. Three, when you do background checks, thank you so much. When you do background checks, you need to background it at least 3 times to make sure you have the right person. Do you understand how dangerous that is to put out information and say that a charge like that happened? First of all, you're showing somebody's, thank you, you're showing somebody else's record we don't even fucking know. Secondly, that is dangerous to put on somebody. Dangerous. You know, people are crazy on here. Do you not think some crazy Florida girl would be in her area and not like the fact that there are AB charges to elderly and a child? Do y'all not understand how dangerous that is? And everybody over there, did anybody ask, how did you vet this? And let me ask you something. You had this for at least a month, because I've had it for weeks. I didn't come on here and say anything because I needed to vet it. I was not going to get on here and say, this is Brown Eyes. I was not, because that is dangerous. That's not right to do. But aside from that, why would you sit on it? Because sending it to people on the back end like you're concerned, like this, we're against this, look at this. This is what the community is against. Then why didn't you show the whole community? Why would you sit on it? Because you didn't want no drama? So you are protecting an AB user, right? Because you don't want to start no drama. Is that what you're telling me? Because if you really thought this was her, who cares about protecting her? Who cares about putting this stuff out, right? If it really was her, but you sat on it. That makes me think you had ulterior motives, right? Why would you put it out now? As soon as I would find something out and it was vetted, and that person was in this community doing whatever the fuck just to get them out, I might have, look, this person is not good. Look at this. Why would you be sitting on it? I don't think it had anything to do with being concerned or being worried or anything like that. I think it was malicious, and it was malicious to not vet it first. And I didn't think I didn't think she was gonna share it. When I found out that wasn't her, I was like, oh no, there's no fucking way she's gonna share this. But you know what? She probably truly believed it was her. Probably, I don't know. But when I heard that she was fucking butthurt, why? Because people knew, because I was telling them on the back end, because I knew you were over there telling them on the back end. So I wanted to make sure that the people I trusted knew. And I didn't get to everybody, and I'm sorry. I've been super fucking busy. But I could not go to bed tonight and let me tell you something. Brown Eyes has been so fucking patient, okay? I have been holding this off and holding it off because I wanted to be sure. I wanted to be sure nothing was going to come up. And if there was a lie, I wanted to address it with everything else. Bottom line, I wanted her to be able to take accountability. Because she has been dog-piled on. For what? For a feeling that you were uncomfortable with, and instead of going to her, you got on a live in front of hundreds of people and said she's a pathological liar, that she did something the community doesn't approve of, and no proof, none. So she just got drug. And you want to know what? Even if it was some type of lie, it would have been out by now. And listen, maybe somebody's holding it in. I don't know. But the point is, you put out somebody else's records that was not her, and you put that on her. And she would have been, do you guys even understand the shit she's been getting, the messages she's been getting? And she's been sitting patiently. She even messaged me the other day and said, I really want to go live. She misses everybody. She misses hanging out with people who truly support her. And she was terrified. And I said, I don't think it's a good idea if you cannot mentally handle it. But just be cautious, okay? Be cautious. Stay out of any drama. Don't talk about create nothing. Stay out of all of that, because people you're the target right now. And when all of this was going on, a bunch of shit happened in my personal life, and I just couldn't get on here and do anything. And I didn't feel like I was in the right headspace to do it. I didn't want to fuck up. I didn't want to, further any type of hate for Brown Eyes. And if I was wrong, I didn't want to have to come on here and then apologize for it. I want to just get it right the first time. I was not ready to do this live. I wasn't. I'm still going through things, talking to people. But because this happened, I had to come on here and just say what I know as of right now. You don't have to fucking believe anything I say. I just showed you what I have. Now you take it and do what you want with it. I'm not trying to tell you to believe me. I'm just telling you what I found. Bottom line. And I don't think it's fucking right that somebody who feels like she's credible enough to get on this bitch and just fucking lie about somebody, and half of the internet believed her. So that's just wild to me. And I feel fucking bad. And she's been patient. just sitting back, taking all of this shit. You know how this community is. You know how fucking ratchet people can be. She's been getting all of that, even in her DMs. And I was just trying to cover all my bases. And I know that's a shitty thing, but I just had to be sure. I didn't want to come up here and get anything wrong or any, I don't know. I'm actually like disappointed on how all of this even went. But to put that type of charge on somebody, that's just like, that is wrong. And why? If you didn't want to be friends with her no more, then you could have told her. And if you felt like you needed to come on here and say, hey, I ain't fucking with her no more, and you could have dropped it. But you are the only people keeping it going. Every single time my name is mentioned on this app, I get 50 fucking messages, okay? And just recently, not even recently, when all of this happened, as soon as Brown Eyes is mentioned, I get 50 fucking messages. So please do not sit here and tell me that y'all haven't talked about her in fucking weeks or whatever the fuck it is. Because you know there's like a replay channel where you can get all those fucking lives, right? So everything that you say, I can go back and look. And that's the wild part. I told her, lay low, lay low. You're getting heat right now. You don't just, I understand it sucks. It's bad, but you gotta just hang in there, right? And that's all I could do at the time. And it was like, no matter what she said or did, she did something wrong. I already knew about the Gabby fucking conversation. We've already talked about it. No matter what she did, it didn't even matter if she came on here and fucking saved a kitten from a tree. She would have got shit for it. And I was getting things left and right from people trying to show me things. One, I already knew. Two, it was like, and some people were trying to help. Like, hey, I found this here. Thank you. Here, do you know about this? And I appreciate that. I really do. Because that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to find what, like, I thought I was missing something because none of it made sense to me. The only person that could try to make it make sense, that made a little bit of sense, was the person that I talked to on the phone that sits over there with lips in them. And that gave me a better perspective. She told me how she felt about everything. And to me, if I am sitting with somebody who I have been speaking to every single day, hanging out in my lives, if I am feeling some type of way, I tell them. I don't know. I guess a lot of us just do things differently. It's crazy. I did. I knew I did. I knew she had the wrong person, but I had to make sure she did. That I already said I wasn't ready to do this live. I just wasn't. And here's the thing is that I didn't think she was going to go live with it. I didn't think she was going to get on the fucking internet and put it all over the internet. She had it. I'm like, okay, I know she shared it with people. So I made sure I said, hey, this is what I have, just so you know, right? And that's all I could do. But then she got on here and did that. I'm not about to just, I can't let it go. That's not fucking fair. That's not. So, and like I said, I don't even look people up, and I figured out it wasn't her. Oh, that's short for brown-eyed girl. BEG is short for brown-eyed girl. I actually learned that from Pink because Pink started doing it, but she did it in capital letters, so I knew who she was talking about, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, Pink, I know. And it's funny you said that because today, when I heard that had happened, I'm not going to say who, but I was talking to somebody earlier and they were like, girl, I scrolled into Pity's Live and they were talking about Brown Eyes, right? This was early in the day, super early in the day. And I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Then I got another message, from somebody else. And they were trying to figure out like what was going on or what happened. Something ended up happening. And then Libs tried to say that she was talking about Brown Eyes because Brown Eyes mentioned her. So I had messaged the girl I talked to earlier today and was like, hey, what time did that live happen that you seen they were talking about her? And she said it was around 9:30, right? And she was like, what happened is I scrolled them and they were talking about something, and one of the ladies in the box said, Gabby's mod was in there, Allie. And I guess one of the girls was like, oh, speaking of Gabby, one of Gabby's mods, and then she said Brown Eye Girl's name and proceeded to say whatever. I don't know what was said. I have no idea because I have not seen it yet. I was just told about it. And that's how that conversation started. So as they were talking about her, someone in the comment section said, she is live right now. And then they started listening to her. So no, that's not what happened. And this is what I keep fucking coming across. These tiny little dumb ass inconsistencies when I can go watch your live. Like, we can pull it up and see exactly what you say every single day. And that's the crazy part. Like, and it don't even fucking matter, because if you're on the back end trying to fucking share shit with people, you're still bringing it up. Thank you so much, guys. You're just doing it behind the scenes. So either way, you're keeping it for what? What are you keeping it going for? What was the point of doing? It's been what? Weeks? Why are we still on this? I don't understand. It should have just been dropped off a long time ago. Like, you had a problem, you could have addressed it, you could have told her why you addressed it, and maybe you could have found out then and there that it wasn't her, right? And then if you still felt like you needed to put it out, you should have at least said, hey, you know how I vetted this? I found it on her Facebook. And like I said, I don't know how that goes. I have no fucking idea. But when I asked her to send me her ID, she sent it to me immediately. Just like that. And there was a lot of missing, like what she sent me, the records that they had, I couldn't see like I think oh shit. They sent me, where is it at? Right, is this it? This is it. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Even like the county, or is this would be, well, I guess, yeah, is not even the same. She doesn't live in Justin, Texas. That's not where she's at all. It's on her license. I showed it to you guys. Did I cross it out? No, I didn't cross it out. Oh, I already showed it. Should I? For one, it's not the same address whatsoever, but both the counties are different. This one is Frisco. I don't know any of these places, so I don't know. But no, not at all. So that's really messy. I don't understand. Yeah, it's my chicken. He's got a big mouth. That's so cute. Thank you. Who sent that? Thank you so much. That was so cute. But he's always dramatic. Always. He's so dramatic. He's so bad. And he's all over the place. He's a lot. He is. But I'm just I'm kind of, listen, if you're going to run background checks on people, one, I don't know why you would. I really don't. And listen, maybe it was thank you. Maybe they thought her behavior was off or whatever the case is, and they decided they want to run a background check. Fine, but you don't have to share it to the fucking internet. I don't feel the need to run people on the internet. I just don't, because people's behaviors will show them exactly who they are. And that's just the bottom line. I don't, and the bottom line is that even if you had, let's pretend that we got her real record, which doesn't have nothing like that on there. Like, there's a bad check. There's a bad check on there. But what does that got to do with now? Nothing. Nothing at all. I mean, it's the shit that she's dealt with in her life is the same that we all have. But none of that, not my past, not her past, not none of our pasts have anything to do with the right now. Now, I understand if you've seen a charge like that and you felt like, oh shit, this is really fucking bad. Like, this is really bad. But if you really felt that way, why didn't you share it as soon as you got it? Why did you hold on to it? For what? That just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Then that's what I said, Red Cupid. That's exactly what I said. There had to have been a different motive, because the only reason why I did not say anything about this is because they did not get on here and do anything, right? That, like, I was waiting for shit to quiet down, whatever. I needed to make sure that this was not her. I needed to make sure I was waiting for other things to come up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if there's a lie, it's going to come out. It's going to come. It always does. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for it anyway. It will come out. I was planning when I moved into my fucking house, thank you, that by that time we would have been good, right? Like, everything would have been out. I would have been able to have everything. It would have been a better time, but this happened the way it did. So, I'd be a little careful next time. Personally, stop believing people. I do not want you guys to come over here and I say that Irish is a liar and she came in my house and stole my chicken, right? I don't want you guys to believe that shit. I don't want to say that this person is a pathological liar and you guys automatically believe me. There needs to be proof behind it. Now, I understand that some people cannot show proof because of sources and other things. I understand that, right? Please consider the person. Please consider the person. But you can believe them, but you need to believe it. Thank you so much, with a grain of salt. You need to just zip it up. You don't have to attack anybody. You don't have to go after them. You just wait. If you sit and wait long enough, the truth will come out. So if you're unsure, you don't know, I wouldn't be going and attacking people, because let me tell you something. For all the fucking people that went after Brown Eyes, I hope your fucking apologies are just as loud. I really do, because that was bullshit. And that was bullshit that they did that to her. She trusted these girls. When I tell you, she was, y'all seen, she was bawling and everybody's like, oh my God, she's so dramatic. Y'all, not only did she lose her job, okay? She also lost friends who she trusted and loved and respected. This is where she comes and gets her interaction. She had a stay-at-home job. And that was another thing. Y'all, I kept hearing she said she was a stay-at-home mom, or no, I'm sorry, I'm lying. She didn't say stay-at-home mom. She said a single parent. She is a single parent. But because she didn't say how old her son was every single time she said that, they said that she was lying about that. Y'all know the first time she ever came into my live, the supporters live, she told us how many kids she told me on the phone. She told me how many kids she has and their ages on my supporters lives. And I know for a fact she mentioned it 2 times in a live that I seen. I'm sorry y'all missed that. But when we say things, like, we don't really think that we have to say it every single time. It's the internet. Like, you're not really thinking of it like that. Just because her son is 20 years old doesn't mean she's not a single fucking parent. Her and her son split. She pays the rent and he pays the bills. You take her check away from that's half of their income. That is stressful. She was so upset because she didn't want that burden to be on her son. her 20-year-old son. She didn't want to put that on him. She didn't want him to worry. So she was worrying herself up into an emotional wreck because that was falling on her son. That I wouldn't want my son to think that he has to take care of me neither. So it was crazy. I kept hearing that, like, oh my God, she said she was a single parent and she made it seem like it was a parent of a toddler. No, she didn't. All she said is I'm a single parent, which is true. My son will be 50 years old and I'll still, well, I'm not a single parent though, so I can't say that. But if I was, doesn't matter how old my son is. If I'm not with his father, I'm a single fucking parent. You don't stop parenting until you're gone. That's how we work anyway. I don't know. My dad still thinks I'm fucking 10. So trying to tell me what the fuck to do, like I don't know. I felt like little things like that were being blown up so much. And it was like, are y'all looking for a problem? Because I'm confused. Like, oh, thank you. Thank you, Danny. That was cute, little puppy. But so many things like that were being blown up. And I was the one thing that made me laugh when I was talking to the lady on the phone over on Lipsis side, she was like, the first time they like talked on the phone, Brown Eyes had said, I reach out to her because she's Latina. And I was like, yeah, I know, she told me. Like, it didn't cross my mind that she took that offensively, or maybe she thought I would take it offensively. I don't know. I don't know, but that's a thing that, I'm sorry, it just is. I don't know who's offended by that, but it just is. That wasn't the first time I heard that, and it's not going to be the last. People who are Hispanic, Latina, they're going to reach out because I'm Hispanic. I'm not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. But what I'm saying is that is a thing. That's a thing off of TikTok, okay? If I'm out in the world and we're somewhere and there's another Mexican girl, she's going to sit right next to me. Like, it's just a thing, okay? It's nothing to do with, like, racism or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's relatable, maybe, or I don't know what it is, but it just is, okay? Like even in our schools and stuff, we had a huge diversity of everybody, and we just kind of clicked up. Not that we hung out all the time. It was just like that's, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And she kind of explained it like, well, if I'm in a room filled with, what did she say? She's like, if I'm in a room filled with, she said, I think she said Asians. I think she said Asians. I'm not sure. But she was like, if I'm in a room full of Asian people and I see one white person, I'm not going to just gravitate to them because they're white. And I said, you're not? You don't think so? Because I think you would. It's just, that doesn't mean you're racist. It's just a thing. It's nothing offensive. It's just nothing. Like, if you've never heard your grandma say, ay, pobrecita de mi hija, you don't understand. That's something you can't relate to. But like Brown Eyes probably can. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a traditional thing. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not offensive whatsoever. It just is what it is. And I don't know. It's... What? Oh, I missed it. Yeah, it's not like, and like I said, I don't know if she just took it offensive or if she wanted me, or she thought I would, but literally Brown Eyes told me that the first time we talked, and I just laughed because that's not the first time I've heard that at all. You know what I'm saying? It just, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I don't know, it just is. You can't really explain it, like, I don't know. And how I try to explain it to her is like, you have to understand, we're in a community of mostly white people. We are, right? And I'm in different communities. I'm in y'all don't know, but I am. I'm in other communities. I'm not cheating on y'all. I'm just saying. And that's just how it is. Like, I watch different things on here, and so maybe she didn't get it because of that. I don't know. But it's nothing bad. It just is. And that's the thing. It's not that I'm drawn to first of all, I'm drawn to everybody. I get along with everybody. I always have. My family, each one of my mom's sisters is married to a different race. All of them, all the races. And so our family is very, very different in that way. So growing up, we didn't realize that it was I think my family did a really good job at shielding us from that. However, when we got old enough to pay attention, we didn't realize that that was like a problem in the world, because we had each other. We were a huge family and we got along really well. And my dad's side of the family was really a lot like my mom's side of the family. So like, it wasn't until we got older that like we started noticing things. And I mean older, like I want to say 11, 12-ish, maybe 13, that like racism actually was like a problem, or that we heard about it. And because they shielded it from us, and we only really stuck with each other, and we didn't really, other friends that we had was just friends from like my uncles or aunts who, other friends, if that makes sense. So they did kind of a good job at like shielding that from us. They didn't never want us to look at anybody any differently than us. But I don't know. I just get it. Oh, I missed it. Gosh damn it. Yeah, and that's what it was. And that was a big thing with my family, because it doesn't matter what color you are. You can be a shitty person. If you're just a shitty person, you're just a shitty person. And literally that's that's just how I was raised, to always pay attention to people, their behaviors, their attitude, how they treat you, and always treat people the way you want to be treated. But if somebody treats you disrespectfully, you can give that right back. You don't have to be nice. Thank you. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I don't know. I think my family did a really good job, I think. Oh yeah, you know what? I also want to say, please say some prayers to Hello Kitty. She's my mod. Her baby got into an accident at school and was in the hospital all day, and she had to get like some stitches in her head and stuff, and she has a concussion. So please say some extra prayers for her tonight. She's just a little baby and she had a tough day. Yes. Okay, no problem. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me, Kitty, just do it. You guys don't ever have to tell me that you're leaving or anything like that. It's not that big of a deal. Thank you. But so that was it. That was really about it. I do miss you guys. I really do. And I don't know when I'm going to be like fully back around, because of everything that's going on. Everything is fine. It's a lot better than what it was. But it was kind of like a domino effect. Like one thing happened, and literally each day, something big happened. And it was like, but I finally got the chance to like, okay, now we just got to deal with it. Right. But, they're not sure. They still don't know exactly how the fire started at my mom's house. They're not sure, but oh, no problem, Pink. Thank you for being here. I keep forgetting I need to change my profile pic, because Irish made me a AI picture of me. Oh, and yeah, that's right, Irish. I forgot to send you those pictures, but I appreciate you. But so everything's good with them, but my house is kind of far from me now. I'm still going to be in like the Metro Detroit area. I'm just not going to be like in Detroit, but where I'm moving isn't it? It's not any better. Where where I'm moving to is literally called mini Detroit. That's what people call it. I was sad because I don't like that area at all, even though I know everybody in that area because we moved away from here when I was like 11 and I went to high school out there. So I know everybody out there, but that's the problem. I don't really, like I feel like if I wanted to speak to you, I'd just get on Facebook and speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Because people, you want to know why? Because people, they see you and then they want to talk to you for hours. Like you'll be sitting in the same spot for like an hour, just going through everything. And it's every single time. But hopefully once everybody sees me and gets it all, they all know I'm moving back. All of them. They all know. They knew in a day. I swear they knew before I did. It was crazy. But we just got our floors put in. I don't know if my husband finished it today. I didn't even ask him, but he started it yesterday. We had the floors like sanded, the downstairs, and the floors are in. We just have to paint. We're going to epoxy the basement floor. We just got our new sink and our toilet, so that still has to be put in. So there's still a lot of work to do. I'm moving my rocks. I know Irish knows, and Janelle, but I don't think she's in here. I think I have a puzzle piece. Puzzle piece. Oh. Okay, got it. But you guys know I was working on my yard all fucking summer long. So I'm taking all of my rocks and my bricks. Well, I compromised leaving the smaller bricks, but I'm taking the bigger ones. And I've been shoveling and moving rocks there for the past 2 weeks. So I think I'm almost done though. So there's still a lot of work to do. A lot. This house is way bigger than the one we're in now. So, and the people really did a number on it. So there's still a lot of work to do, but I will have an office there, like a little studio that I'm going to turn into because there's going to be 4 bedrooms and a basement. So yeah, I was super sad about that because I had it built. You guys know I had it built. It's there, but it wasn't finished. So I was like, well, you know what, whatever. I'll just move the stuff into a room, which is fine, right? We just didn't have extra room here. There's only 2 bedrooms here, and thank you, Redneck. And so that's why we had that, built because it was a good size. It's a shed. That's what it is. It's a shed. We just picked out a shed, and no, sorry. That was weird. I never got that before, but yeah, we just picked out a shed and built it, and it was like a perfect little shed. And we were even going to put my son's like gaming stuff in there so that way he can game in there, but now he'll have a whole basement to do all his gaming stuff, and I'll have my own room and our, rooms upstairs and stuff. So, and the backyard's big. Nothing's as big as my yard now, but it's a good size. So I'm worried about my dog, because she does not even like leaving the house, like even to go on walks. Walking her is a struggle. And she will not even go outside this gate. The only time she'll go outside this gate is with her collar or with her leash on. And it's a struggle getting that bitch on. I grab her collar and she runs underneath the bed. Once in a while, she'll run to the door. But most of the time I have to force her. So she don't like car rides, walks, or to leave the house, and she don't like people. So I feel like that's gonna be a struggle. And then I wanted to try to rehome 2 of my cats, but I'm not even worrying about that right now because I wasn't even supposed to keep those cats, but it happened. And now they're full grown, and it's harder to rehome full grown cats than it is like kittens. So I was like, I'm stuck with them, but our landlord's not too happy about it. But I think because we can move in so quick, he was like, whatever, I'll just compromise. So CEO. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to her about it. Will you talk to her about that? Tell her to return my chicken, please. It is honestly, like, seriously, it's such a blessing to be able to find a place this fast. Like, it worked out so quickly. What's up, Brown Eyes? It worked out so quickly and or so nicely that I can't even be mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it is bigger. It is an upgrade. I bitch about this house daily on how small it is. It's just that we plan on being here for a while because I'm still fixing my credit and all of that from my addiction that I had. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to fix all of that so we can buy a house. And so then it just didn't work out like that. So now we're going to, you want to, hold on a second. Oh, about the lives? Okay. So, oh, I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was saying now. But, okay, so here's one thing that has been brought to my attention from a couple people, actually. Creators who bring people up, like Brown Eyes or Sophie or whoever, and I maybe to get the tea and whatever. And listen, I understand you want to get the tea, you want to hash something out, you want to I get it. It's content, it's juicy, it's drama, it's all the things. However, I have had several people come to me and tell me how they were invited on good terms, on like, you'll be safe, you'll be good, you know, like, I got you, let's talk it out, let's do all this. And then they're dog piled on and they're just left there to fend for themselves. Can we please, y'all, when you see this happening, even if you don't fucking like the person, and I don't know why you wouldn't like them if you heard some things or whatever, that is only one person. Just because people like me or Irish or whoever else can take the shit and be like, all right, whatever, and walk away, does not mean other people can. Some of these people, it gets to them in ways that you don't like. It fucks with their mental health and they will take breaks. If they have to take a break from the internet because of people dogpiling them, that's not fair. That's not fair. And I don't know why creators want to do that. That's, for me, that's not entertainment. If I invite you to my platform and you're getting dogpiled, I'm going to cut the shit down. I'm going to let y'all know, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that here, or calm it down, or let's hear her out, or whatever the case is. Thank you so much, Watcher. That, no, like, we are all not going to like each other here. You guys, there's going to be people in my chat that you don't fucking like. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't care who comes in here as long as I told you guys already that, as long as they're respectful. Now, if like somebody like Mama Gang Gang, if she came in here, I would still tell you guys to be respectful. And I would tell her to watch her fucking mouth and be respectful, or she's got to go. I don't care who it is, as long as they can have a conversation with you. And I know some people are harder than others, but I don't want my platform to be a platform where people feel like they can't be here. And another thing, I don't give a fuck who you are following. I don't care what lives you go in. I do not care. You are still welcome here. I am not going to say you can't have people in your box. You can't follow this person. You can't talk to this person. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't understand that. And who am I to tell you that you can't go sit in fucking so-and-so's live? That doesn't make sense. Because if you think about it, a lot of people sit in Gabby's live, right? A lot of people do that. We don't go after those people, right? So I feel like creators and even followers pick and choose who they want to call out when they're in somebody else's live that they don't like. Who cares? Honestly, I like to hear things. I like to, and listen, I don't have no problems with people on this app. Just because you do something that I do not agree with, or say something that I do not agree with, that doesn't mean I don't like you no more. No, because we all make mistakes. If I literally stop liking people because of things people have said and done, I wouldn't like nobody. You know what I'm saying? I I wouldn't have no friends and I wouldn't like nobody. That's not how it goes. I don't stop being friends with my friends in real life because they said something that I'm like, bitch, calm the fuck down. I just tell them, calm the fuck down. That's just it. Or maybe you shouldn't have said that, or quit fucking acting like that. That's how it is in the real world. Why is it not on here? It's so crazy how people's morals are so much higher on this fucking app than it is in their real life. It just is. And they treat people so much differently on this app than they do in their real life. I guarantee you they're not acting that way in their real lives. They're not. But they get on here with this high moral, like, on a fucking pedestal and start telling people what to do, where to go, who to talk to. And it's like, what? No, that's not. No, I don't care where you go, who you talk to or whatever. I really don't have any problems with anybody, and I don't start problems with people. If I feel like I don't like something, I will come to you. But you want to know what? I'm getting to the point where I'm about to say, fuck it. I'm not going to fucking nobody anymore. I do a courtesy out of respect. But it's like every time I do, something fucking happens or I get fucking clapped back on for being fucking respectful. Bitch, I don't have to be fucking respectful. I just do it out of respect for myself. But I'm about to cut the shit off and just do whatever everybody else just does whatever the fuck they do. Like, it's crazy to me. We can have a conversation. I can tell you, hey, I don't like that you did this. And they take it so offensively that now they don't like you. Why? I don't have to like everything that you do. It doesn't make sense that you would be mad that I told you I didn't like it. It doesn't mean I don't like you. It's fucking crazy. The whole fucking internet has lost their damn mind, to be honest with you. I don't know. Like, if this is how you act in real life, I don't know how the fuck you get along in the world. I don't. You must not. Maybe we just got a bunch of Karens. I don't know. I'm telling you, Sharon, it's like the shit that I see. And you want to know what? I get messages about shit, right? They don't. Oh no, I can look it up on here. They don't ever bother me. I read them. I might comment back. I might not, because it's always something stupid. And I always know it's either from like really it's over from Gabby somewhere. I haven't gotten any like recently, but I got this one that I was like, bitch, okay. And I swear I seen, oh, thanks, redneck. I swear I seen this girl in Gabby's live. I swear I did. I could be wrong. So I want to go look. I keep saying this, but I keep forgetting to do it. I want to go look at my Fearless account to look at my block list. And I didn't think about it at first because I read her message and didn't pay attention to her picture, her name. I just read the message. And then I'm reading it and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I wrote back. And then she wrote me back. And then finally I'm like, hold on a second. Let me look at this bitch. And hold on. Where is it? Okay. So you guys might know. You guys know everything. Let me see. She's actually like the first person I blocked. Like, I mean, not the first person I blocked, but I mean, like where I'm like, okay, let me help you out. Block. And I don't usually do that. I usually just let them stay because I don't give a fuck. Hold on. Let me find it. Where is she at? Oh, shit. Is it going to show her? I might not be able to find her. Hold on. Because she's probably way down here now. Oh, no. I can still see her. Oh, I can still see her when I block her. Oh, Nordstrom. I got it from Nordstrom. Okay. So listen. And this is funny, all right? Because she sent me a message. Okay, so this is her right here. Her name's Amor, right? And normally I wouldn't even like call her out like this because, like I said, it doesn't bother me. But I don't even know what she's talking about. And I thought she was talking about Lori because I just posted a video of Lori. And And she put, it's funny that you posted that lady's post about her son being, no, this wasn't about Lori. Okay. It's funny that you posted that lady's post about her son being missing and the world is unkind because you are very unkind yourself. I used to laugh at your content. Now I just think you are one of those unkind people. Do better. So I just wrote back, sorry you feel that way. And that's usually what I write back. Like, okay, I'm sorry you feel that way. And she put, it's only going to hurt you in the end. So don't be sorry for me. To me? For me, she said. I don't treat people like they're below me and I don't bully people. I was like, bully people? Okay. It really does make you look like you're deeply unhappy with yourself or maybe your marriage. Not my business, but it's a bad look for a pretty girl for a pretty girl. Supposed to be a period. And you will regret your online actions eventually. You can be a monster and live a I think she meant to put live a pretty life. Praying for you, take care. Okay, so I'm like, well, okay. So okay, what did I write? I write, oh no. Hold on. I skipped mine. I'm sorry. I put, ma'am, I only give my opinion based off the behavior people put on the internet. I have never bullied anyone. I have been the same the day I started over on YT. Not only do my friends, but my family watches and supports. If I was acting out of line, I have a huge support system to let me know. I don't know where you get I seem unhappy when this is literally the happiest I've ever been in 10 years going through addiction. I don't make fun of anyone's looks. I don't contact, dig, or dox people. I only speak about people's behavior. I am a call out channel and I base my opinions based off my morals. I am aware I don't make everyone happy and I am not going to stress myself out trying to. You have a good one. And she wrote, I'm not even going to try to read all that. First of all, it was literally, she wrote more than I did in the second one. And she's like, I'm not even going to try to read all that. First sentence was enough. So you're just trying to argue. That's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to argue with me because genuinely, my friends and family watch me. And they have no idea what's going on. And they'll always say, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I watch just for support. You know what I'm saying? And if I was doing something that they didn't like, I will get a fucking phone call. No joke. They'd probably come in here and call me out. That's how my family is. If I was acting differently or out of line, you would know that they were unhappy about it. Like, so I was like, okay, ma'am. And, let me see, what did she put? Because I didn't even end up reading all of it. I did read, I'm not even going to try to read all that. First sentence was enough. Giving an opinion and shutting it. What? Giving an opinion and shutting it differently is a lot different than hosting a chat of 300 people. That made no sense at all. What did she mean to say? Giving an opinion and shutting it differently is a lot. Shutting it down? Looking at it differently? I don't know what she meant to put there. It's a lot different than hosting a chat of 300 people and Nick was there. And I was like, we still need our streamers though, so we can keep people out of the live. And we had a whole conversation about it. That's one conversation. So do you follow us all around like that much? Where you caught that? Creators didn't even catch that. Like a lot of people missed that live. Okay, mocking. Okay, we'll stream the individual so she gets less views. Yes, that's the whole point. Okay. Like holy fucking lame. What a joke. What a joke that was to watch as an adult. Okay, is this me? What a joke that was to watch as an adult. I really wish I would have. No, I would not make fun of her because I'm horrible at words and shit. So let me stop. But ma'am, If you're going to try to hoe somebody or trying to call somebody out, reread your stuff, please. Reread it and spell check it. Because you can't try to make somebody look like an asshole while if they can't read your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm being serious. Like, that's weird. Okay. I don't know what the hell she was talking about there because I didn't understand it. Majority of your supporters are older women who have no ambition or lives that thrive off of people's downfalls. Ma'am, you can't even watch this because you're blocked. But ma'am, the people in my chat have already lived their lives, raised their kids, had careers, retired, what have you. You could learn something from them, but you're too busy doing this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's funny that you said I seem unhappy, but yet you took the time to find me and write all this out. How are you going to call me a bully and say I mock people and do all this shit while actively trying to make somebody feel bad? That's fucking weird behavior. Let's see. I'm from Canada. Ma'am, you're from Canada talking to people like this? Canadians are like literally the most sweetest fucking people. My sister-in-law is from Canada and I love her. Every single Canadian I've ever met has been amazing. You are a disgrace to Canadian people. Don't tell nobody you're from Canada. I'm from Canada, so TikTok is no income for us. TikTok is no income for me either. What the fuck are you talking about? This is, okay, so, oh shit. I'm no fan of her. Of who? You didn't even say a name. I mean, I know I can tell who you're talking about, but you didn't even say a name. But man, do I feel sad for that lady because of you sick individuals. She doesn't parent how you choose to. She doesn't parent how you choose to. She doesn't parent at all. That's the problem. I can tell you, you're no better though of a person. You should be ashamed. Your morals are garbage. Ma'am, don't talk about my morals when you're writing this type of stuff to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a dog in the fight when you're actively talking shit to somebody and talking about my morals. I can guarantee you I'm good over here, but I can guarantee you this is probably a reflection of yourself, because I would never, even people I don't like, I would never seek them out and say stuff like this to them. I don't have the urge, the will, or the want to at all. It doesn't even come across my fucking mind to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like, oh, let me tell her about her. I don't. Like, that's like, see, I think you're confused. What I do here is way different than this right here. Like, I don't put my whole life on the internet for people to have an opinion about. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it was. Yeah, I'm like, okay. So I did write back and I said, I put, great talk, LMAFO. You seem pretty pressed. Have the day you deserve. By the way, neither one of my channels is monetized. I don't make money off of this. And no, ma'am, I don't just talk about G. I talk about several people. G just does the most shit. And even when I have a whole live about another person, she comes into my live and makes it about her. And then I put here, since I make you so upset, let me help you. And that's when I blocked her. So after I wish I would have, because I literally got up to, when I read this part, I didn't read the whole thing. Because she said, I'm not even trying to read all that. And as soon as she said that, my mind clicked like, bitch, I ain't about to read all your shit then. And I didn't. So then I just said all that. So then I went and I looked at her following list. Tell me why she followed me. That's it. I mean, she followed other people. However, not one other awareness creator. Not one. Not how? How? You followed me out of everybody. That's strange. I'm like one of the newest people here. I know y'all don't think I'm new, but I am new here. I've only been on this app for, what was it, Irish? 7 to 8 months. That is it. And you follow just me out of all these other creators. There are so many good creators on here that have been here for years. And you're telling me you only follow me? So then I'm scrolling. She's following Gabby, she's following Danny, and she's following Karen. Get the fuck out of here. Like, please. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, I wanted to mention that to you guys, but I kept forgetting about it. But I wanted to know if you guys, because I swear I've seen her in the live before. I swear I've seen her in Gabby's live, but I could be, there's so many people that come and go that I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I kept forgetting, and then all this stuff happened. So I was like, yeah. So, oh shit, I showed my puffer. Damn it. It could have been Aaron. You're absolutely right. But I just thought that, oh, thank you, Sandra. But that was all, guys. That was it. I knew not everybody was going to be here because, listen, I was supposed to get on at 10. But I've been getting home late from like because I take my son to school. I come home, feed the animals, water my plants. Sometimes we'll eat a couple chips or just something and then make my coffee and go to the house, do whatever I need to get done there, prep whatever, just do whatever. So it makes it easier for like my husband to come in and like, do things. And I also got all my plants over there, all the plants that were here. I moved them all the way over there before it got cold out. We've been in like 80 degrees weather for the last 2 weeks, but it's going to start getting cold now. So I've been getting home kind of late. I'll go pick up my son. And then, of course, I got other things to do. So I've been doing things a little later. So when this popped off, I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to hurry up and take a shower, hurry up and make dinner, and then put my son to sleep. And I laid down with him and I fell asleep. I fell asleep and then I woke up. I was like, fuck, what time is it? And I looked and it was like, I think it was 10:53, I think it was. And I was like, fuck, I'm an hour later. Nobody knew because I didn't tell anybody, but I knew. So I was like, fuck, I'm an hour late. I'm glad I didn't announce it because I told y'all, something always happens every time I plan a live, but I'm always fucking late. So I'm glad I didn't announce it. So, so nobody was like waiting. I know, you're right, Irish. Life be lifing sometimes. So, but I'm glad. So I knew not everybody was going to be here. So I'm sure that there is going to be people around. You're going to see people talking shit. Please, listen, please, for the love of God, ask for receipts every single time. Ask if they're vetted. How did they vet them? Every single time. And when you see people dogpiling people over rumors, be the one to stop it. Be the one to just reach out to that person, make sure that person is okay. Because a lot of people can't handle this. They think they can, and then they get on and then they just are like, get overwhelmed, okay? Some people are just so much more sensitive than other people. And just because somebody is fucking crying on a live, that's not them seeking attention or whatever. And sometimes it is, but I feel like we are so like numb to it. And it's very, it's normal to, it's too normalized for us. And instead of looking at a person who is hurt and sad and confused, we look at somebody as like, oh, she's trying to get attention. And that's what I kept hearing is that, oh, she's telling a sob story, just trying to get attention. I talked to her in real life, and that wasn't to get attention. You know the difference. And I'm not going to put her business out, but no. And that really upset me because I know that I know why Brown Eyes came to this app. She wanted to find a community, and she thought when she found Gabby, she thought that she did, and then that shit happened. And she's like, oh, fuck, I'm stuck. Now I feel stupid. Now I don't know what to do. And she wants to trust people. And those type of people they're not bad people. They just see the good in people. They want to trust people. They want to have these type of relationships. And I think sometimes they go into it too soon and then they get stuck, or you know what I'm saying? And I always try to put myself in people's shoes. I always do, because you just have to sometimes. I'm not always going to understand, but at least I try to, you know, like I have sisters that are very opposite of me. They're a lot like me, but they're very opposite of me with like feelings and showing emotions or being affectionate, or, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just a little different. And I learn a lot from them. Even though they're younger than me, I learn a lot from them. And I try to think of like Brown Eyes or even Irish or Sophie as like one of my sisters, and how I would treat them. And I try to do it that way, or I try to put myself in their shoes and think, why would I be acting like this? Why would I feel this way? And I know not everybody's going to do that, but it is literally, the internet is a fucked up place, and people are way too wrapped up in stuff that what I keep seeing is they'll like a creator so fucking much that no matter what that creator does, they can't do no wrong. Who the fuck is this? Wait, are they sharing my live, or are they sharing a live? What live are you sharing, sir? But, oh, thank you, Missy. But just because there's a creator you like, right? You love them, they're credible, they're whatever. That doesn't mean that they can't say something wrong. That doesn't mean that they're not going to do something you're not going to like. It doesn't mean you have to stop liking them. Just means they fucked up, or they did something, made a mistake, or they did something that you didn't like. Who fucking cares? But they can also do something like, it's just like with like the Kaylee thing, the people over there, they blindly support her. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she does all this fucked up shit, they still follow her. They still support her. And that's not right. You don't blindly follow somebody. And I don't care how many followers you have. I don't care, any of that shit. You have to look at the person. You have to realize who that person is. And that's why I said that in that video, because I feel like Kaylee hides behind her supporters and her following. And I was having a conversation with somebody, and they said like, I think people see her following count and they think, oh, she has a big following, so she must be credible. She must be good. She must know her shit, right? But that's not always true. Some people are just following for the fucking shit show. Some people are just following for the dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I wanted to say that in that video I did with the YouTube, Gabby's YouTube. And we just got to stop holding people on a pedestal and thinking that they can do nothing wrong. Even people you like have to be held accountable. That's just the bottom. That's just life. That's just how life is. At some point, I'm going to fuck up. I am going to try my hardest not to. I promise I am. But at some point I might. And I will get on here and say, hey, my bad, I fucked up. And that's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? And that's all all of us can do. It's just going to happen. So I've just been really disappointed on the internet. I literally sat back and was like, it's a good thing I'm not around right now, because I might have fucking popped off and said some shit that I couldn't take back, and then I would be apologizing. I'd be having one of those apologizing tours all up and down these fucking boxes. So it was kind of, everything happens for a reason, right? So, but that's all. That's it. So if you see bunch of people saying this, saying that, or whatever the case is, you can tell them to fucking message me. I'll get to them eventually. I try. I check my DMs and all my messages in the morning and at night. And so that way they don't get piled up during the day. I've been trying to keep them as down as I can. But I know that not everybody was here, and I know a lot of people probably missed it. It's just really fucked up to put something on somebody that isn't true, especially on this internet, and especially with the crazy motherfuckers on this internet, because it's dangerous, like really dangerous. Like I said, there could be another Florida girl in Brown Eyes' fucking state, right? So it's just, I could not go to bed tonight knowing that this happened and not say anything. It's just not right to do. So, I know Lips felt like she did something, but all she did was just dig her own grave, because I don't know why you held on to that and then put it out just now like you were doing something, like you were trying to help or whatever. And let me tell you something. The fucking nerve of somebody to say, what'd she say? I told her to stay out of my way. Is that what she said? I told her to get out of my way or stay out of my way. What did she say? I'm waiting for the one person to comment because she's the one who told me. I didn't want to say who it was though. She did, Sandra. And you want to know what's funny? Stay clear of my path. Thank you. Bitch, I'm in your path. Come move me. The fucking nerve. Like, who the fuck do you think you are even talking to somebody like that? This is the fucking internet. We're all in each other's paths. The fuck? You ain't moving me. Like, that's some wild shit, treating people like that. And that's what pissed me off too, is you're walking around here treating people like you gotta, it don't even matter. It don't even matter how many followers you have. I don't give a fuck if you have 1 million fucking followers. You don't fucking treat people like that. Bottom fucking line. You literally had people dragging this girl over a lie that wasn't even there. That wasn't not only not there, nobody could even fucking, it wasn't even explained to me as a lie. It was explained to me as a feeling. That, okay. And you're fucking lucky I don't record my phone calls because I don't fucking need to. I don't. I get what I need out of a phone call, and that's it. I will hear what I need to hear, and then I'm going to go find proof. That's how I do it. Maybe there'll be a time where I need to record a phone call, right? Maybe, but as of right now, I don't need to. But I just wouldn't feel comfortable putting it out anyway, you know, so. And that's the thing. In your path, how? You're the one dragging both of us. And what do we do? I didn't do, I made 2 videos and I didn't say shit. But what's funny is that Brown Eyes was in a live speaking about her situation in general. She didn't say no names, but even if she did say your fucking name, so fucking what? You've been dragging her name left and right, up and down these fucking streets, and she can't say nothing. She's not supposed to speak on an experience that she fucking went through on this fucking app. Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here. If I want to sit on this bitch and say your name 10 times in a fucking row, I fucking will. Who the fuck are you to say anything to anybody? Get out of my fucking path. Move me, bitch. The fuck out of here. You sat on this bitch and tried to make me look fucking bad for being fucking respectful. You got me all the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. But that's it. That's it. I was just really irritated me because I really tried to keep it fucking respectful, and it just seems like every time every time I'm respectful, every time I try to give people grace, every time I kind of like fall back, it's like bitches come on here and start running at the mouth, saying things behind on the back end, telling people this, telling people that. Bitch, it will always get back to me. Do you understand me? And that ain't me being on some big dog shit. That's just the truth. You know why? Because I do treat people with respect and I'm honest with people. That's why. I don't have to pretend. I just treat people how they should be treated. That's it. So anytime you speak on me or try to be shady or whatever the fuck, it will get back to me. And I will fucking handle it. Just because I'm not in your face, just because I'm not doing a live doesn't mean I'm not handling shit. That you move in silence. That's what that is. That's what I was doing. When I come, you won't see me coming. So that's it. I wonder why I said that. That's funny. Oh shit, I should have took a picture of that. But yeah, just do better, guys. Be kinder. Even if you have questions to people, maybe just reach out to that person. Maybe hear them out. You know what I'm saying? Hear them out or whatever the case is. Just you feel like something ain't right or whatever, and do your own research or bring it to me. Bring it to Irish. Bring it to somebody that will help. I'm not trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to see people get drugged for no reason. Nobody should. And I kind of feel like, and this is just my opinion, I kind of feel like Brown Eyes was picked because she thought she was the weakest link. And let me tell you something. How can I say it? I don't want to share. The way that Lip Smackers talks to her friends is not, I'll just say this, not somebody that okay. Okay. First of all, Lips, in my opinion, doesn't like to be questioned. She doesn't like pushback. That's why she acted like this. I guarantee you that she told, and I know she did, told Brown Eyes, don't do this. You can't do this. Do not do this. Like she's a child. No bullshit. Told her who she was allowed to have in her box, who she wasn't allowed to have in her box. Don't have this fucking person up. And Brown Eyes did the opposite. You know why? Because she's a fucking adult. She's a fucking adult. And I guarantee you, she didn't like it. And I've heard about this before. I've heard that she has tried to run or does run other people's lives. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize it was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like don't flat out said, why do you have Bethany in your box? Get her out of your box. Wait, is that how she said it? Don't quote me. But it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, do not have her in your box. No. What? That's weird. Why are you telling, okay, I just want to make sure. Why are you telling grown ass fucking adults what to do on their platform? That's fucking weird. And I told Brown Eyes, I said, look, you dodged a bullet because friends don't treat people like that. Friends don't treat other friends like that. I'm not going to fucking go. I'm not about to text Irish and be like, bitch, get her out of your box right now. Irish would be like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? Have you lost your damn mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. Everybody's going to run their fucking page differently. They just are. You know what I'm saying? Like some people literally tell me they don't like some of the things that I've done. And we've had good conversations about it. We've, like we talked it out. I explained myself or whatever. And a lot of times it goes like, you know what? I didn't look at it like that. And sometimes that's all it needs is a conversation for somebody to be like, you know what? You're right. I didn't look at it like that. I wasn't thinking of it in that way. And it gets fucking figured out. But people are so fucking prideful that they don't want to be wrong. They don't want to talk nothing out. They feel like they have to be right. No. That's how you learn. That's how you grow as a person. But some people are just happy being stuck in the same fucking routine. Listen, I don't like fucking change. I don't like change. I got fucking trauma shit from my past. I do weird shit. I'm fucking shoveling up rocks that I can go buy because I don't want to leave not one because I feel like they're mine. I feel like I have ownership of them. I have a territorial space like problem. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, exactly. Grown folk shit. But I can still learn from other people, change my perspective on things. And it's like other bitches don't want to do that. It's like they're too prideful, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, change is horrible. Like, I don't want fucking change. I hate this fucking house because it's tiny as shit, but I don't want to leave. I'll bitch about it every single fucking day, but I don't want to go nowhere. Like, I like my big fucking yard. I like that my house has a whole ass fence around it. I feel safe in my little fence. You know what I mean? But ain't shit I can do. So now I gotta make my new house my home. And I'm sure I'll find shit to bitch about it with. And I'm sure in a year I'll be like, I'm never moving, you know? So of course, brown eyes. And that's the thing, is that when this first happened, when I was listening, when people were coming to me and telling me that brown eyes and lips were in a fight, the whole reason why I knew something was wrong is because I have been speaking to brown eyes for months now. And people don't know that because I don't get on here and tell everybody who I talk to, right? We have had personal conversations. We have had hearts to hearts. We just, you know what I'm saying? So when I hear something about somebody who I personally speak to, and I know it's not right because I know they're not that type of person, that's why I was like, well, let me figure this out. Let me help my friend, right? Let me help her and figure out what is going on. And when I can go to, and even when I tell you, there's messages to brown eyes, to lips that says, please tell me what I did wrong so I can fix it. I'm not fucking joking. She was trying to, please let me know. What did I do wrong? What happened? She was begging, what did I do wrong? She's messaging these girls. And when I was talking to the person that sits over at Lips, she was saying she was blowing our phones up, blowing it up. Yeah, because she didn't know what was going on. She was panicking, like, you're ignoring her. You're ghosting her. Who wants to be ghosted? Nobody. Whether it's a friend or a boyfriend, you don't want to be fucking ghosted. Not knowing is the worst because you don't know what you did. So how am I supposed to fix it? What am I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? So you just ghosted, waited for her to grab a fucking box and was like, nope, we don't want you here. That's embarrassing. You purposely tried to embarrass her. And I didn't like that. So yeah, I was like, okay, something's not right. And went to her. Literally, she was, I don't know what's going on. I have no fucking idea. She's like, I want to fix it. You know, like, I don't know. She's like, if something happened, if I misspoke, she couldn't tell me anything. She was like, maybe I misspoke. Maybe they thought it was a lie. I don't know, but I can fix it. I just need to know what it was. And nobody could give me an answer. And that's the thing. You don't know who everybody speaks to on this app. You don't know what creators speak to who behind the scenes, because we don't speak about it, right? Like, I might have a personal relationship with somebody in this live right now and you would never know because it's not for the internet, right? So I would just be careful because you can say a lie on somebody and somebody like me or Irish will already know it ain't true. Now, that's not to say, and that's why I wanted to wait, because like I said, the truth always comes out. It always comes out. But who is Leo? Hey, Pete. Let me see. I don't know if you meant to hit a box, Nancy's mom, because I don't think I've seen you. Wait. Oh, I'm sure they will, Sandra. I'm sure they will. And I will say this. Lips did apologize to me. She did. She came to me after I talked to somebody on her side, which I didn't understand because it was like all Lips had to do was just message me. And then this person got a hold of somebody I talked to get a hold of me. And I told that person, I was like, just tell her to get hold of me. Why are we doing this? And then, you know, we exchanged numbers. I didn't want to give her my number at first because I told her, like, my phone is not in my name. So I don't give a fuck if you look me up all day, but I don't want you having anybody else's name in my family. Anyway, that's besides the point. But she did end up apologizing, and I did accept her apology. But I told her, I'm still salty, but I accept your apology. And that was it. Because I'm going to be honest with you. And I was still salty. I am still salty, but I accept her apology. And then all this happens. So, okay. Sandra, you don't. I'm not saying anybody else has to. Thank you, Nana. I don't know, Katie. To be honest with you, and that's what I was kind of questioning. I was questioning if they had either they 100% thought it was her. Because at first I was thinking, are they trying to convince me this is her? Like, I literally was like, they're trying to convince me this is her to get me mad at her. That's what I thought. Because I was like, there's no way they got this wrong. There's no fucking way. But then then I'm like sitting on it, talking to the one lady. And I'm like, no, I think they really do believe this is her. So I was like, what is going on? So I was like on the fence if they even really thought that or not, or if they just, I don't know. If they're just trying to trick me, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust nobody because all the shit that's going on the internet, I'm trying to be cautious and I'm just trying to be safe about things. But I think they really believe it's her. So they'll know now. That's why you vet things. Even if you, especially something like that, if you see something, anything that has anything to do with like AB, schmexual, or anything to do with kids, elderly, whatever, you vet that shit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times if you have to. If you call the motherfucking police department, ask for fucking records, FOIAs, whatever the fuck, because that's dangerous to do. Like, when I heard this was going to happen, and I wasn't sure if it was going to, and then I just started getting flooded with messages saying it, I'm like, no way. That's serious. That's not just, that's, this is tea, this is drama. You're completely putting this on another girl for what? So I was like, she has to believe this is her. She has to. There's no way she's being this malicious about it. You know what I'm saying? But even so, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you believe that was her. You held on to it for a fucking month and then you put it out maliciously. I believe that. There's just no reason why you would sit on it for that long unless you had some malicious intent. That wasn't for anybody but yourself. That wasn't to look out for anybody. That was for yourself. 100%. You can't convince me otherwise. So next time, make sure you vet it. Go through other people if you have to. Give it to 3 different people and see if they all come back with the same thing. It is. No, it is. I know. And that's the thing is I don't understand why people do that anyway, because it's not, it doesn't matter what the past is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, unless it has something to do really horribly, but a lot of times, a lot of the people on here, they're putting out past when people were in jail, stealing shit, this and that. And it's like, but she's not the same person, right? Like all those things that you guys are putting out, they're not the same people today. But you're still putting it out like we give a fuck, right? Most people can relate to it. So you're putting it out really for nothing. You look worse putting it out than what it says on that fucking report, So I don't know, Steph. I have no idea. And what's crazy is that most of the time it's literally a conversation that can solve it. But there are some people that are too full of themselves to have too big of an ego to even try to have a civil conversation with somebody and work it out. And that's what it is. They get in the way of their self to figure shit out. So I'm good. I'm happy that this happened like this, even though it was fucking crazy, messy, and possibly fucking dangerous, because that's not the type of people I sit with. So I'm glad that it took itself out. And that's another thing. How many people has this happened to and nobody's looked into it? How many times has this happened? And I'm not even saying like they did it. I'm just saying in general. How many times did somebody get it wrong and we just believed it because that person was credible or because it looks right? It looks like a record, right? So you see records and you're like, no, this has to be them. But a lot of people don't think like, did you vet this? How do you know this is the right person? You know what I'm saying? So what if I decided to just walk away from this? What if I was like, girl, you got to figure this shit out yourself. Put your big girl panties on and figure it out. What if I never vetted that fucking shit? What if I got it and believed it and walked the fuck away? We wouldn't be having this conversation right now and she'd be getting tore the fuck up. That's what would have fucking happened. That's not right at all. So, I don't know. Like, maybe that's just not your thing, right? Looking shit up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for 100%. Check your facts. How about don't try to ruin anybody's lives? Don't try to we can all exist here on this app. It is big enough for all of us. You know what I'm saying? We can all be here comfortably. And a lot of these people are in different communities. Like, I have a channel, so I start my own community. However, most of these people are from other people's communities. So we're all in different groups. But while you're here, this is our community. While you're there, that's their community. So we can still exist and get along and whatever. You don't have to bring, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to come into your life and bring up the person you don't like. We don't have to do any of that. We can just focus on the topic at hand and that's it. But some people can't do that. Some people are literally too big for their own good. Like, they are just that deal and that's how they feel in their head. So I don't know. It's wild, but you would think, Steph. You would think, but the way people are acting, I don't know. I guess age doesn't really have a number, right? Like, no. Sophia, you're exactly right. It doesn't. Let me see who this is. Hold on. Nancy mom, did you know that you requested? Hold on, Irish. Raccoon.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you.
All right, so I'm not going to stay up long. The only thing I want to say is to lip smacker. I didn't respond back to her the last message that she sent me because I was waiting for this. This is what I was waiting for. I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
her to see this before I even tried to respond.
Yeah.
But this is my only thing is I hope that your apology is loud as when you drop that paperwork. That's what I hope. Because like Smoke said, it should have been vetted before it was posted. That definitely could have hurt Brown Eye Girl in the worst possible way. For people to go around believing that's her as a person and that's not her. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Literally just horrible. You know what I mean? And for so long, like, she just told me in messages that she hasn't spoke about Brown Eye Girl for the past 2 weeks. Now, I heard from Brown Eye Girl, but I've also heard from like 6 other people telling me that all she's been doing is talking about her in live.
Same. People have
So,
been
like,
telling me too. Yeah.
so I don't appreciate the being lied to I don't know if it's because she knew I wasn't on here and that I wouldn't like check to see, but
Yeah,
they talk to us. People tell us all the time, the same way people talk to her. You
yeah,
know, if she's
exactly.
got a fairly large platform, she shouldn't be spreading misinformation like that because, like you said, it's dangerous. You never know if somebody lives by her and decides they want to take it out on her. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, but I only wanted to say that. That and you're amazing. Thank you for taking the time to do this for her because she deserved it, and she needed you. Like she definitely needed you, and I know
Thank
she
you.
appreciates it. I know she does. I love you,
Well,
beautiful. I'm dropping
I
down.
love you too. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm very I felt bad because it was taking so long. And like I said, she was so patient, and I know she was getting so much hate, and she was very overwhelmed at times. And there was times where I just had to be like, listen, I know, just but you know the truth, like you know, and I understand not everybody knows, and that's hard. And then of course she didn't want to go live because every time she go live, shit would be brought up and everything, and she handled it honestly, she handled it better than I would have, because I probably would have flipped the fuck out. Like I should probably take some of my own advice sometimes when I tell people, but I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. And I tried my best to like calm her down and just reassure her, but she was like tore up about it. People that she thought were her friends, who she trusted, who she was hanging out with every single fucking day. Like that just the backstabbing alone had to have hurt. And then everything else on top of it made it 10 times worse. And she handled it very fucking well. Yeah, she was a fucking mess, and she got on here and she cried because that's a lot to put on one person who is not used to it. That's a lot to put. You have your friends gone, your job's gone, then you have thousands of people coming at you, calling you a fucking liar, a pathological liar, and this, that, and then people in her DMs. That is a lot. I get overwhelmed by the nice comments in my fucking DMs. I couldn't imagine that many fucking comments coming at me from every which way. And I could just hear it in her voice when she would speak to me, like just disappointed when I was like, it's not ready yet. I have to wait. You know what I'm saying? And like, I hated doing that, but it was necessary. So that way I made sure that everything was right and everything else. And I know it sucks. But sometimes these things take time, and I felt bad. So I just wanted to make sure that I got on here. And when it's not like, how can I explain this? I don't want to say it like that. I just wanted to get to the bottom of it. That's just the bottom line. I just wanted to get to the bottom of it. And when I had somebody who was sending me everything I asked for, answering the phone every single time, every question I had, every something, she always had something to give me to back it up to everything. And then I go over to this person, thank you so much. Then I go over to this person and I say, hey, I want to know what's going on. Did you talk to her privately? You know, why did you do this? And then all I get was, whatever, I'll take the heat. I don't need this right now, but I'll take the brunt of it. And I get that reaction. What am I supposed to think? What would you think? I got this person literally shoveling me shit. Like, here, please figure it out because I would like to know. And she even said, whatever it is, I will take accountability for it. I just, please figure it out. And then I have this person who is saying all the things and not giving me nothing. What the fuck am I supposed to think? So yes, that gave me pause. And I was like, okay, what's really going on? Because this is fucking weird. If I'm sitting here telling people that she is a fucking liar, she all these things, you would think I would have proof to back it up, right? I would have all these screenshots and this and that, and like, and you had nothing for me? Not one fucking thing you could have showed me to make me be like, oh shit, maybe she did. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, what is going on? because I can get whatever I want from her, no matter how it made her look or whatever. Just here you go, and nothing from you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been different if both sides were giving me shit and they're like, here, 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 match it up. I needed something to compare to, and there was nothing from this side. There wasn't, what I wanted was a lie that she told so I can compare it to what she had, and I wasn't getting anything. So that's basically what it was. And then when I was finding little things out here and there, I could ask for it. Like, hey, this is something I keep hearing. You got something for me? And she, yep, here you go. So that's just how it was. Literally no questions asked and no hesitation ever. I don't know somebody who would give me their whole ass ID, their city, state, birthday. She would have gave me her fucking birth certificate if I asked for it. I don't know who's going to give me all that if you're hiding shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, if I'm like, just, you know what? Give me all the messages. Maybe I can find something in there. Okay, here you go. Like, so what am I supposed to think? I'm like, oh, okay. And I got to read all these messages, see if I can find something. Nothing. Like, honestly, those messages made lips look more bad than anything, you know? Like, and if I wanted to be petty, I could drop all this shit, but I'm not, because that's not the point. That's not what this is. This isn't this isn't trying to attack you. I'm not trying to come here and be like, oh, I'm telling you this is wrong. It should have been handled differently. This could have went a whole different fucking way, but she chose the path that it took. Bottom line. And my whole point was that I wasn't trying to choose sides. I was just trying to find the truth. That was it. That's all I'm ever trying to do. And I don't know why I gave her the impression that I would be doing anything different, especially trying to attack or hate or even send hate. I don't even send hate to Gabby. Why would I send it to you? Somebody who I considered a friend, somebody who comes in my boxes, somebody who is in my lives. What? When did I ever give you that impression? Then I'm fucking offended. Like, what, bitch? Because you haven't seen that side. So I'm confused. I don't know. Maybe I seem too fucking nice, because that shit irritated me. Like, wow, okay. But that gave me a reason to be like, no, something's fucking shady. I don't know what it is, but something's shady. But I didn't know what it was, so I wasn't about to get on this bitch and fucking run my mouth and make myself look stupid. That's not what I'm gonna fucking do. What the fuck? Oh, Missy. No, she shared some documents who she thought was Brown Eyes that was not Brown Eyes. And those documents were, it's just a dangerous situation. You know, it was supposed to be her record, her criminal history, but it wasn't her. She had the wrong person. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, why didn't your picture show up? TTM? I mean, I can't see it on my end. I can see it when I push your little thingamajig. Your goldfish drowned tonight. What? I had a vision problem. I don't see myself making it in. Hey man, it could happen. You guys are hilarious. Stop. Oh, hold on. Where's my, there it is. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Where did all these people come from? Do you guys know you're in a box? Hold on. If you requested a box, please say box, and mods, will you put them up there if you see it, please? If you're still here, I know it's late. I'm sorry, guys. Hi, Brown Eyes.
Hey, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me with this. It makes me emotional, but I'm not gonna cry because they call me crybaby. Literally. I probably should change my name to Crybaby. I don't even know if I like the name Beg, because that kind of seems like like I'm a dry beggar, which I've
I
been called.
I know, I know.
No, but honestly, I appreciate you did an amazing job. Yeah, for me it was very trying. It's been very hard. But I kept it in there, and I remember, talking to Sandra, and I'm like, Raquel wants me to just keep quiet, just don't say anything, lay low, kind of do my thing. And I had been, and it'd been hard. And I did get set up a couple of times and
I
stuff,
know.
but at the end of the day, I'm just glad that what she showed in her live, that report of that person,
Yeah.
got debunked tonight like it did, because that what she did was very, very dangerous, and that could have ruined my reputation. It could have
Yeah.
gotten to any employer of mine,
Right.
and it would have become a horrible thing. She doxed the wrong person. Whoever this Christina Raquel Martin is, probably won't be too happy if she ever
No.
found out. Although she had issues with elderly people, maybe she needs to make a trip to Canada. I don't know, but for the sake of everything, I want to say thank you guys for believing in me, because you didn't have to, and you did. You and Irish, and Pink, Feisty had my back as well. So a lot of the big creators, and I think that was a big piece of the jealousy, perhaps, with Lips, because I did have some of the bigger creators that were kind of like, I don't know, this is, the type of person she really is. But again, I feel like, you really did save me. You really did help me regain my reputation. And I'm having people come to me now in messages that blocked me because of these things,
Right.
and unblocking me because of,
Well,
what's
because
coming
it
out
wasn't
now.
fair. And I know because I kept hearing a lot of people saying like even people that didn't know what was going on, didn't know, who was telling the truth, even they said like they did not agree with how you were getting dogpiled. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay,
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on or what, but they never had a problem with you or never seen anything like that. But they're like, why are you guys going at her like this? And I know that a lot of people spoke up about it, and because it wasn't fair, especially when you just have somebody saying words with no proof. And that's
Right.
one of the things I kept getting stuck on. Like, well, where did they show anything? Like, what's going on? Why are people just automatically believing it? Like, I was kind of shocked, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a lot, and that's the thing. People were like, "How can it just be a one-sided fight? Like,
Yeah.
how does that happen? There has to be two sides. Two people fall out for reasons,
Yeah.
that both doing." And for me, I was like, "What the heck just happened? Like, what did I
I know.
do? I have no idea." And that's why when you were asking me to send you proof, girl, I was sending it back to back to back to back to back, because I'm like, I have nothing to hide, guys. Like, I have
And
nothing to
that's the thing is
hide.
that she's like, I don't know, so I don't know what, because she said, I don't know what to send you, so I'm just gonna send you everything, because she didn't know what was going on. So I was just like, okay, start sending it. So and it's hard because when you don't know what you're looking for,
Hmm.
it's just so much. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a
Yeah, it
lot.
was a lot. I went through a lot of, like, sending of, and trust and believe, I would have sent you my birth certificate if I needed to. That I was waiting for you to ask for that next, so that you knew my birth parents' name, where I was, city I was born in, just in case I wasn't born in Justin, Texas. You never know.
I know.
But I mean, I was ready to send it to you because I trust you. Had it been
Yeah.
somebody else, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I trusted you because you and I built a rapport
Yeah.
early on.
Yeah.
And yes, I did come to you. I came out to you because yes, you are Latina, and I want to be with. I feel comfortable. It's a comfortability thing for me to be with.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
So
it.
some people don't understand that, but it's a cultural thing, and it
Yeah.
is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy that we did this finally. I can breathe now. I can exhale, and go about my business, and hopefully, the rapture won't happen tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna come out of it, because I'm
Yeah.
sure that these people are probably sleeping. So I don't
Yeah,
know,
probably.
but I'm sure they'll hear about it in the morning. So I don't know if there's going to be any fires to burn out, but I'm going to just be me.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
just be me.
And
That's all I can
honestly,
say.
my only advice could be is that let them do what they have to do tomorrow. Let them do whatever. And if you plan on going live, just do what you've been doing. Don't even acknowledge them because I feel like that kills them more. That you're not doing the back and forth. You're not you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that, in my opinion, that's what they want. They feel like they can keep bringing you up and they either see that you're sad or that you're angry or that whatever. But if you're just like, I don't give a fuck and still continue on with your life, then let them do that. Now, I'm not even going to be able to see it in the morning time because I try to catch some things, but I know I'm going to miss a lot. So I'm sure I'm going to come home to a bunch of fucking messages and all kinds of things, but it'll be interesting. But you know that you can message me anytime, let me know what's
Yeah.
going on and all of that. But I would just let them do what they do. And
Yeah.
they can try to say, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to try to say. Either way, I have your fucking ID. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I have your ID. I have everything.
Yep.
So I don't know if they need me to find Christina Raquel to fucking prove it and bring her up on the box. I will. Like, they're
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell them. It's just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we might need to do that because poor girl, she don't even know she got drugged through the mud on an app she
Yeah.
probably doesn't even know about. I mean, who even
Yeah.
knows? I don't even know.
Right.
Like, I felt bad for her. I was like, well, poor. I mean, maybe her life is straight now, and she's like, this happened way back 2018. I'm a different person now. You
I
never
mean,
know. But
could be. Yeah.
what they
Who
did,
knows? She could be locked up. She could
yeah.
be, you know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Exactly. But
So
but that's what scared me is that like you were saying, people can find me and
yeah.
come to my home and
Yeah,
hurt me
yeah. I
for
know.
for a lie, for something that wasn't even me.
And yeah, and that's what worries me is because think about it. When the first person that popped in my head was Florida Girl. If she's sending Tiffany messages just for having an opinion about Gabby, think about what somebody like her could do. And I'm not saying Florida Girl would, I'm just saying somebody like her, in that mind state would do worse to somebody with a record like that.
Right.
Like people are crazy and you just don't
Yeah.
know what they can do. And if they don't have to come on the app and say they're going to do it, they'll just do it. And that's just dangerous. And you were already getting so much shit that I
Yeah.
knew that this was only going to be 10 times worse. And I was just
Yeah.
like, no, I cannot go to sleep tonight and let this continue because I didn't even know if I was going to have time in the morning time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nope, let me just do it tonight. So
Yeah, and
I know
I
everybody will get
appreciate
the
you.
word out.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. Again, you saved me. You really, really did, and I owe you everything. Thank you for being a true friend to me and allowing me to trust you.
Well,
And
thank you for
I'm
trusting
very
me.
grateful for that. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I love you, girl.
I love you too. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Let me just okay. Did you see anybody that wanted a box, guys? Sarah, Deb. Okay, I haven't seen her. Sarah, Deb, Julie, and Mahalo. Okay. Okay, Sandra. Okay, nobody said box. All right, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I was looking. Oh, hold on. Okay, she just went away too. All right. Okay, all right, that's it, guys. It's 2. I think that's I gotta at least get a couple hours of sleep before I have to get up at 6. So it's gonna be another long day. Yeah, I agree. If they I don't know. I don't know how, to be honest with you, I'm not surprised sometimes. Sometimes I'm just not surprised at people's reactions. For all I know, they can double down. Let them double down. Literally, I will find that fucking girl and bring her to my fucking page. Let them double down. Like I said, I wasn't even prepared for this. Like I wasn't ready but I knew it wasn't her. I just wanted to have more proof it wasn't, so they couldn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be like, here's this, and this, just so you know, right? And that's only for extra protection, extra proof. Even though I had the proof, I just wanted more. And that was just trying to be cautious and, crossing T's, dotting I's. But I don't know. I don't really know what they can say. I hope it's apologies, and I hope it's my bad or whatever the fuck. Sometimes we fuck up, and just because we fuck up doesn't, and I know that some people don't like to say sorry or feel like they don't fuck up or whatever the case is, but we do. And you're more of a bigger person when you can say, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I made a mistake. I have more respect for people that can do that, because it's hard to do. Nobody wants to admit when they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, that fucking sucks. Like, who wants to be wrong? Not me. I don't want to be wrong, but sometimes it happens, right? Like, don't tell my husband that, because I'm right all the time when it comes to him. So, but all right, I'm going to go to bed, guys. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I don't know when I will be like 100% back. I'm going to try to just like put out random things here and there just so you see my face. But other than that, I'm not going to be around that much. But if anybody needs something or anything like that, just message me. I will get to you. Even if it feels like I'm not at the time, I promise you I will. It just takes me a little time, but I will always respond. Okay? So I just want to let you know that save the save the rocks. You don't know how funny that actually is, because literally I've been getting shit about these fucking rocks. You have no idea. But I love you guys so much. And buckle up for tomorrow. Okay. It's going to be, watch it. It's going to be crazy. Thank you so much. What does that say? Dot to bird? Hi. But yeah, so buckle up. Who knows what the day is going to bring tomorrow. And so get a good night's sleep. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Hopefully I will see you guys soon, but you'll see me in a video, I guess, but I'll see you when I see you. Love you guys.